Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Sorare. My name's Bithorse, and today I'm bringing a video about the next game week coming up, the 250 game week, where you need to find, or it's called scouting season, I guess, and try and find players under the 45 threshold. And I'm trying to make it realistic for people on a lower budget. The reason I'm trying to make this video is you've got a good chance of winning some great rewards this game week. If we just pop over to rewards, we can see what the rewards are for this game week. So the tier 1, if you come first and everything works out, you get a tier 1 unique, okay? Then if you come second, you get a tier 2 unique. These are not being shown, okay? Then third, tier 2 unique. Then if you come between 4 and 15th, get a tier 2 super rare. 16 to 50, a tier 3 super rare. 51 to 100, a tier 3 rare. And between 100 and 500, you get a tier 3 limited, okay? So the reason I've been pushing this a lot is the potential of winning a great card for a cheap price is pretty big. Okay, there's 7,000 people entered so far. I'd expect that to rise to about 20,000 by the end. But yeah, this is why I'm trying to help with the new beginners like myself on how to get involved in this game week, okay? So the most expensive cards that you're going to come across are your goalkeepers and your forwards, okay? And that is just the nature of the beast. So I've picked out 4 potential keepers that fit in the criteria, are probably the cheapest on the market. But again, like I said, the goalkeeper is the one that's going to knock you out. You can obviously get a non-starting goalkeeper just to enter, but then you'd be down at least 45 points effectively, okay? So just to bear that in mind, okay? And like other videos, just repeat, I'm not a financial advisor. This is real money, so be careful when you do play, okay? So first up we have Manuel Reimann, okay? I've looked at him a few times now. He plays for Bochum, or Bochum even, Bochum. And his scores over the last year have been pretty decent, pretty consistent, to be honest. And the way the goalkeepers have their all-round score, it's quite interesting. I looked at it today, decisive scores. So a keeper sweeper, he gets 5 points for being a sweeper keeper. So Neuer must have quite a few points. Punches, dive and save. He doesn't get a negative for conceding a goal, but he keeps a clean sheet. He gets 60, which again is decent. Reason I picked him also is he's against Greuther Fürth, who are, I believe, at the bottom of the league. Yeah, they're the bottom of the league, Greuther Fürth. I'm probably badgering how you pronounce his name, but I believe he potentially could get a nice clean sheet. So if you can get him in between that 160 is 3D average and 175 pounds is the floor. These are not ETH, these are pounds, so I do apologise. So I'll just keep referring to it in pounds, okay? So in ETH, on the 3D average, it's 0.075, okay? Again, this is the most expensive player you're going to get. I think he's one of the best in this little bracket. Next up is one of the cheap options that I've gone for. It's Samuel Sahin Radlinger, who plays for Sorare Budget's favourite team. It's Reed, I think, so you pronounce it. Very decent price. His rear's up there, so we're sticking to the limiteds, okay? Trying to get in as cheap as we can. Again, he's got his average scores are, up there. Okay, he's hit a 13 down there, which is when he conceded 4. Must have had a bad game. But from looking at his past against Sturmgras even. Conceded 1, and he still got a 42. So that's better than not having a goalkeeper. But again, if you can't afford it, then that's the best we can do, okay? His second choice would be him. Like I said, his last 5 is 44, so he fits just in perfectly. Next up would be Vitesse's goalkeeper, Howen. He says last 5 is a 39. Okay. He's hit a 60 in that time. And he's got some peaks here, 78 and a 64. He's against Sparta. Again, Sparta not doing so well. Probably always, in my opinion, Dutch league is very hard to keep clean sheets unless you're probably Ajax with a solid back 4. So you're going to be conceding goals. So unless, look, he's got a clean sheet there. Yeah, so it's hard for him to keep a clean sheet, but it is possible, okay? And look, when he's kept a clean sheet, he's hit 60s. So you'd probably expect him to keep a clean sheet against Sparta. So that would score you a nice 60 minimum on top of your journey anyway. So for 206, 0.093 ETH, that's pretty good. Again, very expensive, especially when you've got a small budget, so maybe avoid him. And then on the lower side, okay, so we're looking at budget players. This guy who I found, he plays for Sivasspor. Last 5, he's hit 38, sorry. So he had a run of form there. He didn't play for a while, and he's come back. Can't see a reason why he didn't play, and I can't see a reason why he's come back in. It's against Antalyaspor, who they expect him to get 57. They are just below them in table, so that's quite a tight one. Before £75, he's the cheapest you're going to find, who is a starting keeper from what I can find. Again, any of the people I've mentioned, cards I've mentioned, please do your research. I'm not telling you to go out and get these people. These are just players that I have found and I believe could help you enter this week's tournament. On to defenders. So firstly, we've got Ivan Marquez. Okay, plays for Nimgen. Okay, in his last 5, he's got 39. Okay, but over the whole year, look at these. He's hit some nice big scores, 74s, 80s here. He does pretty decent. By last week, he was hitting 50s, and see that one. So it's pretty good, and he just squeezes in. They came against AZ, so tough team to come up against. But again, another one I think could do pretty well. His price is only £9.39, so it doesn't take much of your budget. Not 0.004 ETH. Floor price is 10. Okay. So you could save on defenders there. But what they do suggest is to get 2 defenders for your 5-man team. A goalkeeper, a midfielder and a striker. The defenders seem to be the cheapest ones. If you get them for that same price, then you're saving money off your total. Next up is Timo Baumgartel. Don't know if I pronounced that right. He last 5 is 43, but over the last 40, he's got a 48 score average. Again, another one that hits big and has been hitting big, but hasn't been doing it in the last few games. He's against Wolfsburg, a tough team on the day, fighting in the middle of the table. Let's check for you. I believe they're fighting very close. Okay, so Union Berlin are the ones going for the top 6. So they're competing for there. And Wolfsburg are in mid-table. Good player for the price, in my opinion, is 25. So longevity. So you're not just picking him for this game week. I think he could play universally for your limiteds anyway. But to fit in for your price bracket, £13 is not bad at all. And finally is Marvin Martins. A bargain, I think, from what I've found. This guy's just come back from an injury. He was abductor problems. So look. Yeah, see, he had abductor problems, not in squad, abductor problems again. Come back and he got an assist. He played right mid, so he can play right mid and right back. So he's played the last 4, which is great news. And he's hit the score just squeeze in at 45, which is what we want. And again, that's a nice average. Hopefully he hits higher. He's against Admira, who, you know, not doing great. It's not a great table, but did a lower half, I believe, if I'm right in saying that. The lower half of the table. There they are. The 11th in the table. Not doing so well. I'd hope he'd at least keep a clean sheet, get some tackles in, and possibly get a nice decisive. But again, he's a nice cheap one to, you know, fit into your budget. So even if you got even Marquez and Martins, that'll be £15 out of your total. With a goalkeeper, if you're going to get the goalkeeper, that's 115. So if we took this goalkeeper and these 2 defenders, we'd be at £89. And all we need now is a midfielder and a striker. Okay, midfield. We've got Robin Maulen. He plays for Canberra. And he's in the last 5. He's got 44. And then the last 15, 49. He is against FC20. That is a difficult one. But he's an attacking midfielder. And as you can see, the last 2, or in the last 3, he's hit 2 decisives. Or actually, he's hit a decisive and an all-round score of 27. Very good scoring there. So he can do it. He is 25, so very young. I believe he is a winger. Let's double check for you. I think he's a left winger. There he is. He plays on the left. Where did he start? Here he is. So we're playing a 4-3-3. This is what I like. SofaScore, you can see the actual positions and the heat map of where they actually mostly played. So, you know, he played predominantly over there. Now he's had 4 goals and 3 assists in the season so far. Again, another bargain at £11.37. That's at the 3-day average, okay? Next up is Bart Ramselaar. Plays for Utrecht. He's had 39 in the last 5. Over the last 40, he's had 46. Which is what we want to see and hopefully hits that form. In the last game, today? No, in the last game, he hit a decisive. He scored a goal. Midfielder scored a goal. Very nice. And his price is at £10.48, so 0.005 ETH. Another, you know, keeping these below £10 per one, we can shell out on the keeper then. Hoping to do this under 150 to 200, obviously. Keep it low as possible. But another good pickup if you want to go down the Eredivisie route. And the final midfielder I found under the 45 is Jürgen Heil. He plays for Hartberg in the Austrian Bundesliga. He's got 44 in the last 5 and 51 in the last 15. He didn't do too well today. I think it was today. Well, last game he hit 29. And he didn't do much in the last one, you know, before that because they lost 2-0. But I believe against Tyrol, I can't pronounce it, who is the lower side of the league. There they are. Again, next to Wacker. They're just below Harburg, actually. So he's an attacking midfielder at times, and also other times they play him as a centre mid in general. So again, okay, he's probably the most expensive out of the lot at £12, 0.005. But at his age, I think he's got potential to help you out this game week. It's either him or one of these two, in my opinion. Ooh, who would he go for? Maybe Marlon with a punt. Again at £11. And on to the strikers. So I've tried to keep most of these under £15, which is equivalent to 0.0066 ETH, just so I can have a fair representation for anyone actually working on a low budget, especially starting out. That's what I'm working on. So this guy, Michael DeLu, always has a consistent score. Look at him over the 40s. So at the last 5, he's hit 43, and he fits right into our category. He is against Feyenoord, so it is a tough one to ask. But even if he can just hit his 40 on a consistent basis, or get a decisive of saving one off a line or an assist or something, then he could be pivotal. So he's at £7.45 and 0.003 ETH for Michael. Next up, we've got Issy Palazon, plays for Rayo Vallecano. In his last 5, he's hit 42. Another 15, he's hit 45. He's got Cadiz, who are in the relegation battle. I don't know what happened. Okay, he was a sub there against Real Madrid, but he's been playing, so we'll count him as a starter. Like, he's been playing there, got subbed on, and when he played, he scored a goal. Oh, he got an assist against Elche. So you'd think he did the business against Cadiz, for £13 for a striker, 0.006. Like I said, fits under our set targets. Then he could be a nice addition to a squad. The last one I've added is a bit, if you've got a bit more of the budget left, and he plays for Royal Union St. Gilloise. I think they're top of the Jupiler League. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're top of the league. There they are. Again, this guy, he somehow fits in. He's got 45 in his last 5 and 49 in his last 15. Very consistent scorer. He's young, 25. Top of the league against Kortrijk, who are middle table, 11th there. Again, another one you'd think would possibly get a goal or an assist in this game. At 34, again, it's a bit of a push depending on your budget. 0.016 ETH. So if we tally together all the, okay, we'll go for him, okay? We'll add his price into the spreadsheet and we'll see what we can likely get for our total. And there we have it. So that's my video on the team I would put together, or potential set of players that I would put together for this week's 250 under the 45 last 5 scoring. So total them all together and they come to a total of £114. Okay, that's not bad considering you do get a starting goalkeeper. You do get a goal, 2 defenders, midfielder, and a striker. All, okay, they're hitting 42s, but still pretty good. That's my team. Again, that's achievable if you do have a budget. If you do want to start Sorare, then that's a great start to give you a chance, because at the end of the day, if you did get very lucky this game week, you could hit very big, and that could change your plans going forward. So thank you for watching my video. I appreciate any feedback if you want me to do a specific content or anything. If you want to start Sorare, then I appreciate if you click the link below. I'll keep the content coming with your help. And yeah, like and subscribe, tweet me, ask any questions. I'm as new as you. I'm just sharing my journey and hopefully sharing content that I'd like to see out there. Again, thank you again for watching. Take care and see you next time. Ciao.